there. So Firebase Studio is the new way of developing the app. App means something app it is AI power infused. It means you are developer something as per your use cases that is empowered by the AI technology. So if you are guys aware about the Google inbuilt AI technologies, have you heard the terminology the Vertex AI? Vertex AI. Do one thing. Do one thing. Raise your both hand. Everyone, raise your both hand. Yeah, guys, you are also one of the cases. Yes, raise your both hand and clap with each other. Clap, yeah, little bit, faster way. Now, perfect, very well organized then, yeah. So, Firebase Studio is one of the platform that is sponsored or this is from the Google on which you can build the app. App is what you have to just putting the prompt and itself the app is going to be built within the 10 to 15 minutes. Depends on the what of the use cases you are building the app. So you don't need to be understand the programming language. You don't want to be the front end developer. You don't want to be the back end developer, or you don't want to be the full stack developer. If you don't know anything about the developing or any programming language, you can still build the app. So this is the beauty of your Firebase Studio. Yeah. Please. So today topic is more about to going building prototyping the different type of apps using the Firebase Studio. So have you guys heard the terminology the hackathon? Have you participated this hackathon? Then hackathon is all about doing the basic things, building, understanding the new technology, understanding about how the actually is the all the component of the application is going to be work together. And high skill is like how you can build the app that is the production ready environment. It means that app is going to be consumed by your enterprise level, like the many company using and serving the different type of the customers. So how you can build the app using the Firebase Studio to make it the production ready environment over there. Yeah. So this is about me. I am Saurabh Mishra. So I am the Google developer expert in the Google Cloud. So ironically, I am delivering the talk on the Firebase Studio that is the totally Dart and Flutter based. So that is interesting. I am also part of the Champion Innovator program. Besides Google engagement, I am also very much involved with the open source technology. It means I am open source is like, have you understand the terminology the open source? Open source right? Kubernetes, here the terminology the Kubernetes. So Kubernetes is one of the platform that is more related with the building the infrastructure, which is leveraging the open source technology over there, And this barcode is for my LinkedIn profile. If you wanted to connect over there, let me pause 1 or 2 seconds, then you can scan it over there and you can connect over there as well. Should I move on? Perfect. So let me discuss about whatever the nowadays whatever the we are developing the different type of the apps. What are the different challenges you are discussing over there? So what's the way of you are developing the app in the past, like you are doing right away, and what are the different challenges and you are getting during the development of one thing. So building the app is very time consuming. Everyone is agree about that. You have to learn so many technology. You have to learn how to integrate all the components of the single software we have, and then that is also going to be the frustrated and filled with numerous hops. It means you have to learn so many things. You have to integrate each and every component. You have to integrate how each component is work with each other to develop the working app over there. Then so what you have to everybody know this terminology. Have you seen this diagram anywhere? This is very important for any profile. Have you heard the terms the DevOps? Once you have passed out from the college, beside SDE, you can think a lot of designations come into the market. The DevOps is the one of the profile. SRE is like site reliability is another profile. Now the platform engineering is the another profile you are getting. So don't only focus over like after pass out you are getting the software developer engineer job. You can getting the so many roles over there as well. So this is the complete cycle every company adopted to building any software nowadays. So this is one of the way of managing the agile development. Agile means develop the app, making the changes in the very frequent, very fast and very reliable way. Yeah. So this is the complete DevOps cycles over there. So what exactly we do? First of all, whatever the code we have, we are building through that code. Okay, then we are releasing, we are doing a lot of testings over there on that code. Then finally we are releasing code over there. Once code is released and productions, you have delivered the app, then you also have to monitor and operate those apps. If something issues happening, like some cases your applications is not working at all, you are getting 5xx error, some sort of the error. So how we can fixing those over there as well? Okay, so have you heard the terminology like container? Container, everybody know what is container? What is virtual machines? Everybody know. That is very easy to understand. Virtual machine is something like any server which is taken from the cloud environment. That is virtual machines over there. Then we have the container. Container is very important. So there is the one company known as the Docker introduced the concept of the container. So why container is very important? The thing is, container is very lightweight or platform independent. It means whatever the applications you are building, suppose you are building any application on the Mac OS environment, so that environment is definitely going to be work on the Mac or your Windows machine, your Linux works over there, but that is not applicable for the virtual machines over there. So container is a very lightweight, and it can be run as the processes. It means once you have opened the task manager in the Windows, you can see there are the more than 500 processes keep running over there. So they are very, utilizing the very light or very tiny amount of system resources over there. So the container working that way as well. So a lot of company nowadays using the microservices, or you can say the container, for all different type of application they are building over there. So microservice, I understand each and every terminology, don't know guys, at least you can write down the microservices, container, Kubernetes. It's very important to understand while building the app altogether. Yeah. So this is one of the way, this is known as the DevOps cycle, known as the CI/CD cycle, like the continuous integration and continuous deployment. So suppose you are building, you are making the change the code very frequently. So you are building the all the codes within the CI through the CI process. Known as the continuous integration, and CD is something like you are deploying on the target server. It can be your virtual machines, it can be your container, it can be your Kubernetes environment. So this complete whole cycle known as the CI/CD. Okay, this is very important to understand. So while building any app, so what are the things it can be figured out? What are the technology stacks going to be like? What type of infrastructure you are going to be used? Which programming language you are going to be consumed or use? And what are the dependency? Like you are using so much libraries, so much files, application binary files. So how those binary and those software components are dependent on each other. Then finally, what are the building, like whatever the application we are going to be build is the most secure, is more scalable. It means whenever the user, have you heard the terminology, the big billion day sale and Great India Festival sales from Amazon and Flipkart? So the traffic during that duration is very huge. It means they have built something in the background. If peak is going to be the like 100 times X, they can also manage the infrastructure, or their site is not going to be down. So that is known as the scalable, the terminology known as scalable. And performance, of course, like performance is like you cannot observe the latency when peak is going to be arise time to time. And then what are the deployment and CI/CD strategies? So CI/CD is already explained, like they have to follow the complete cycle over there in the previous diagram. And how we can handle the internalization and localization. It means nowadays developer is not only working with the Indian folks, they are working with some US folks, UK folks. So how we can managing the applications code so everybody can access at any point of time. So if they wanted to append or they wanted to making the changes in the existing code, they can easily figure out and they can easily add those code as well. So this is quite tedious task. Each and every things you have to manage. Like you have to write the code, you have to build the code, you have to do a lot of testing. Have you idea about the testing? Anyone? What is testing during the software deployment? Don't say don't know anything about the testing. At least somebody raise hand. Otherwise, I can pick few guys from your audience. What is testing in the development? Huh? What actually doing the testing? Like you are building something, like I'm building my house. We are doing a lot of testing. So what testing does actually in the code deployment or development process? You don't know? Okay, output. Okay, some other things. Security, yeah, very important. And another one, hosting and deployment, very important. So testing is the way, like whatever the things we are developing is actually working as expected or not. This is the simple statement. So but we, whatever the testing we are doing on, that is also very important to security compliance. Why is the security compliance? So whatever the maximum code we are going to be built, that is more, nowadays the internet prone, like no, the user can hit from the internet, it can be from the anywhere. So how we can secure our application, or in the backend the database servers, nobody can hit on our database server. So like data is very important for everyone, so nobody can then force the data and can alter the data over there. So that's why security testing is very important. So that terminology known as in the technology world the shift left, you can just write down the shift left. Shift left is something like we are followed a lot of ways to operating to in terms of the security, the compliance before releasing the code on the production environment. So this is very tedious. If you see there, you have to follow each and every step, and you can do a lot of manual things from your side, and you can also do a lot of integration of the tools on each and every steps over there. So like this is the second pinpoint. If you see there, software development is becoming more decentralized and the collaborative. It means decentralized, it means whatever the software you are developing or whatever the code is happening, not only written with the one of the local or one of the countries. It can be from anywhere. Any developer, any DevOps, any SREs can check out or check in within the codes, and they can release their code. So it means graphically all those code distribution and contributions are decentralized across the globe over there. And with the different type, someone is doing the testing like developing in the IST hours, US guys doing the US hours, so time difference is also there. So this is nothing but that is related with the time zones over there. So now come into the picture, come into a point, like what's the Firebase. So nowadays if you're talking about the adoptions of the AI stuff at the enterprise level or by the many organizations, that is mostly focused on the AI. AI means, if you see the diagram, 80% of company nowadays prioritizing the the AI initiative. So they wanted to build something new that is infused with the AI. Then second point, like 70% is still whatever the development you are doing, more focus on the coding task. And then finally if you see there, 75% is overall we are getting the positive output as well after adopting of this stuff over there. And this is not from my statement, this is from the Google slides I have taken over there. So if you see there, this is the Google proprietary. It means this data is published by the Google itself. Yeah. So everybody know the Sundar Pichai? At least know who is Sundar Pichai? Very good. So this is the statement from the Sundar Pichai. If you see there, it means today more than a quarter of the new codes at Google is generated by AI. It means they are using the some sort of the AI tool to generating the code, and then review accepted by the engineer. It means whatever the code they are generating through the AI, that is thoroughly reviewed by their engineers, and then finally that code is also going to be accepted. It means be the merged by the engineers itself. So this is the way nowadays they are adopting within the Google itself. Yeah. So this is the statement is released by Sundar Pichai, is the Q3 2024 town hall. Yeah. So can we do it better? Like this is the whole pain point we are talking about. So can we do it better way? So that's why we come into the picture of known as the Firebase Studio. Yeah. So what I can do, Firebase is one of the cloud-based agentic AI environment on which you can build the app. Suppose take the any use cases. I can someone can ask me any use cases. I can build the app within the 10 minutes in front of you only. So this is the power of your Firebase Studio nowadays. So exactly what you have to do. Let me go on their site. And tell me any things if you wanted to build. Anyone, if you have the use cases, just let me know. Like, no, you wanted to build some sort of the app, you wanted to build some sort of, any requirement, anything you want, like any app requirement for your institute, anything. Have you any idea? Anyone wanted to build the app? Give me the statement, like this is your pinpoint, I can build the app straightforward in front of you only, guys. Sorry? Sorry? Come on the stage, one sec. You can just type it here, whatever you want. This is going to be live demo, guys, You just type it. I think this is audible at back, right? This is audible at back. Perfect. So just write something. So like this is the problem statement you are getting over there is like vehicle scheduling for urban cities. This means it is more focusing on the urban cities, and which is going to be help to building the some sort of that we can schedule our vehicles. So what you have to do, there is the one option you can see over there, improve prompt. It means you are not very good in English, you want to you are not very good making the good problem statement. So what I have to do, I have to just click over there the improve prompt. If you see there, is this internet working? Yeah. So see, this is the they have improved our statement. Like this is, you have given the 5 to 6 words our problem statement. So this is statement is automatically generated by the Google Firebase Studio itself. So on which they are explaining the problem statement is very beautiful if you see there. So this is basically is going to be built one of the fleet management and scheduling for urban cities that is designed to optimize your vehicle utilization or logistic. Yeah, this is the very clear statement. Everybody can get it with me now. So what you have to do, you have to just click over the prototype with the AI. You have to just give it. So basically in the back end, the Firebase Studio building the app in the background, and they are using the, like you have not mentioned any specific programming language. So they will automatically pick up the programming language that is going to be used and developing this app over there. So let me go there. So if you see in this diagram, one second. If you see their diagram, so there are the few statement coming over there. So the app, this is the stage is about the app blueprint. So what's the app name is going to be Urban Fleet. Yeah, this is the by default name can be picked up by Firebase Studio. We can also customize over there. You can want like Urban Fleet for TN. You can also do that. Like Tamil Nadu, you can do that, and you can make the shape. And then you can see there what are one sec. So what are the things is going to be happen in the background if you see there. So the feature is going to be added over there if you see there. First feature is going to be dynamic schedule creations, then route assignment, real-time vehicle tracking, then AI route optimized tool. So basically these are the different type of the tools we are getting to using while placing any placing any things with the Ola, Uber and the Rapido. This is the things you are doing, right? So what you have to do, they will asking the hour confirmations. You can, if you wanted to add more feature, you can also customize from their side. So suppose you wanted to customize like getting the details of the driver, getting the proper route, map with the Google map and everything, you can add as per your requirement. So I can keep as it is, then you can prototype with this app. It means within 5 to 10 minutes, this app is going to be delivered for you guys. So we have your own app known as the Fleet. What's the name? Urban Fleet -TN app. The name is, you can directly hand over this app to end users as well. They can use this app. They can use this app for placing of your, like what do you say, like getting the services of the cab or anything if you want. So you guys have to wait 5 to 10 seconds. Then its app is going to be ready. One more thing. Any concern till now from anyone? This is not going to be MVP. Like it's depends how much prompt you are giving the this solution. So if you place the prompt beautifully, you are getting the better result. Like we are doing interference with the Chat GPT. How beautifully or how relevant or logistic things you are putting in the prompt, we are getting the result. So similar way, how beautifully you are placing the prompt within this Firebase Studio, we can getting the result. So it can be your MVP. It can be your production ready for enterprise level as well. Any case? Hello, hello. Any concern? All good? Have you guys getting this thing? Firebase Studio at least? We have to wait. So if you see in the background, if you see there, there is the programming language. They are going to be use the JSON. JSON is JavaScript object orientations. They are also using the TypeScript. TS means it's going. If it is the extension ending with the TS, it means the TypeScript over there. So they are the different applications file is going to be created. If you see that in the background, it is also going to be so on in front of your system. What's going to be in the background and what type of the files, what type of the programming language is going to be used in this whole app. Yeah. So let's move on, guys. Like in meantime, its app is going to be delivered. So if you see there, so if you're talking about why it is important for hackathon to high skill. So first one is on the hackathon stage. Like a lot of team nowadays building the app with the Firebase Studio. Of course, there is some limitations and workspace creation limitations for the free account. But if you are using the premium feature, you can get it up to create the three. For free tiers, you can create the 3 workspaces. Workspaces is means we can create your use cases within the different name of the workspaces. Then after we have the MVP and the build stage. Like C is very much aware about the MVP. MVP, you know, guys, what is the meaning of the MVP? Yeah. Yeah, meanwhile, like this is the minimum requirement to building this app. What's the purpose of solving this app? Then finally, we have the production high skill stage on which you can do a lot of customization. Of course, you have to use the premium feature of your work Firebase Studio, on which you can building the app that is more oriented with the production release and production environment at enterprise level. Is this ready to app? It's still going on. And one more case is like like many of the developer nowadays, they are prompting now, they are inserting the image, like they are injecting the image, any such type of image. And if you wanted to build the app, or you can wanted to any sort of the develop the app to identify this particular image, we can also do that with the Firebase Studio. But this is the very unique use case he explained. Once it is developed, then I can going to be explained end to end within 2 minutes. Let's see how much time is going to be take to creating this app. Yeah, see, app is totally built. It means this app is going to be started over there. So have you seen this app is totally built now? So do you actually require the developer now? What do you think? Do you actually require the developer to developing the code and developing the app for us? We can do it with the Firebase Studio, hardly taking the 5 to 10 minutes over there. So if you see the dashboard, we are getting the dashboard in terms of number of vehicles, driver on the route, how many routes is completed, how's the schedule, how's the route is going to vary, and what's the vehicle numbers, and what's the different customization we can do. Like we can also inbuild with the AI optimizer. If you wanted to add more feature, you can add related with the AI as well. Is very much clear now, guys? Yeah. So if you see there, if you something like the Google Map API key is not configured, so what you have to do, like APIs key is very important. Like if I'm interacting with the Google APIs or Gemini APIs, so we need the API keys. So that is we are getting from the Google AI Studio. One sec. So like if you are getting any issues while building the app, there is the one right prompt. This is basically the chatting prompt on which you can directly ask fix this issue. Like if we are getting this issues related with the Gemini API, we can get it type the prompt like import our Gemini key and import fix this issue. Or if you are getting any such of other issues, you can also just type it over there. You can fix it very easily. Yeah. So this session is more focusing on the Firebase Studio. I believe you guys at least gain some insight about what is the Firebase, what is the use, how we can use, you can solve the purposes. If you don't have anything ask, we are good to close this session. Do you have guys any questions for us? Be vocal guys, be interactive, don't be shy. If you anything like there is no question, is the stupid question, whatever comes you can ask. Anyone? Yeah.
Only just publishing in the local house or
Yeah. You can do it in the both way, like you can do it in the Firebase as well. You can do it to like you can import all the source repository on your GitHub. So GitHub, it means you can import all the in the VS code and you can build up there locally as well as on the Google platform, whatever you want. Suppose I want to inherit all the repos file within our VS code, you can easily do that. You can place it on locally, you can build it their other platform app as well. Depends. Sorry? There are so many disadvantages that is not foolproof it. So like first of all, you have to figure out the how much yeah, this is the very important question related to what's the disadvantage of the Fire Studio. So you have to more focus on the tokenizations, like whatever the interactions now going on with the AI platform, whatever the cost is going to be occur based of the token. So we have to very particular like how the tokenization is going to work. Otherwise, your infrastructure cost or the services you are going to play is very massive amount. So this is the advantage. Another advantage is some sort of like the free account, whatever the versions we have nowadays, more the beta preview versions. So you have to very much secure, very much 100% confirm to prototype this app on internet or maybe some global level. But this is minimal cases. Whatever the app nowadays you are building is more focusing on Firebase Studio itself automatically fixing, or that is more secure and very compliance, 100% almost. Anything else? Yeah. You hand over the mic. Someone volunteer somewhere in the out. You have only one mic? Give me.
So consider I have written app. So I am exporting it. So what will be the license for that app?
Licenses like depends on what type of the use cases you have. Like we are not only focusing on the Google product license. So
License for this Indian code base.
For
Indian code base.
getting code base, you mean? So code base on where? Like you wanted to place on the GitHub or some other platform? So it depends on the what are the GitHub license you have. Suppose if it is the free account, that is very easy to use. But if you are going for any organization level, so their enterprise license is going to be worth. So in that case, you have to purchase from the GitHub license, or like if you are using the other VCS control over the like GitLab and.
I have built this app. You see,
Okay.
So I can export it like I can get an app for install
Okay.
So for any code, there will be like every
Correct. So if you
what will be the license for this one?
okay, let me explain. So you can find there is the one options publish at the right top over there. Once you have published this app, that is going to be the charge basis for you guys, depending on the license, like how much license and how much services you are availing from the Google Cloud. So we can place the code on the GitHub as far as the free account, but once you have published, then until you are not clicking on the publish, this is very good to experiment the all type of the use cases you have. So
So you are running within the Firebase Studio.
Correct. So this is within the Firebase Studio. You can placing the code. You can pull out the code from the outside. You can place on the VS Code on the local server, but the cost is only once you have to start clicking on the purpose over there. Anything else from anyone? Yeah.
So anyone with basic knowledge can like this. They are also can review this application. So this is what industry is expecting.
Sorry, I'm not able to getting what you.
Like for hiring or other work purposes.
Okay, right. So, like in one of the session I have conducted in the Bhubaneswar, on which there is the one use cases I have delivered. Let me that is required with one sec. Let me explain you. Mm, that is, I think, on archive. So, what the use cases he explained, they wanted to build one of the app for the recruitmenting stuff, on which he can publish the job requirement associated with the number of experience and associated with the how much salary is going to be vary and which type of designation they are going to be asked. So that app I have built up by 10 to 12 minutes. You can easily do that through the, you just put the requirement like building the recruitment app, and this is the requirement, and you can also beautify, improve the prompt through the, like I have shown you, improve with the AI prompt. So you can just click over there, you can getting the app within 10 to 15 minutes by max. You can easily getting over there. You can just try at least at home. Yeah. Anything else?
I have built some account here.
Where are you, sir? Okay.
I have built a web application and an Android application with some codes from taking codes from here and adding some extra features. Then they have built some simple application for me. So in experts level, like in hiring level, I have written my own application. And I have developed these applications in these Firebase. So comparing these two, what?
One more, so guys, the session is over. We wanted to go out. We can go out, like we have just questionnaire is going on. So otherwise, session is concluded already. Yeah.
So is that good for only? Is this only good for prototyping, or can I build it?
No. This is one of the way we can learn how can prototype. Prototype is something that how you can build the before building the actual app. How's the prototype? You know the meaning of the prototype. It means we can use this prototype for self-running purposes and before understand the use cases, real use cases. So this is the way we can also build the production ready environment as well along with the prototype. Depends. Okay, thanks everyone. I know this is the very last minute and this is very sentence. Thanks you guys to understand. Stick till this time to at least you wanted to learn something, and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful deep dive. It's amazing to see how Power can bridge the gap between innovation and real world. Now, with this, will present Momento as token of love to Saurabh Mishra, sir.
Thanks.